It's just a big brother looking after his little brother. Ha! Cue the music! So first up is Chicken Shelter. This is by Guilliam, 2.12 megabyte on the download. And I think this one needs an update already. We're just going to say that. Anyway, you're going to find it under chickens, as you can well imagine. 8 grand to place down, and it's going to hold 30 chickens. The issue is, we come around here, and we've got a loading in point for our food. Great. We've got an animal dialogue box. Great, no problem. 30 chickens going in. The issue is, the egg pallet spawn point is supposed to be here. Yeah, now according to the website and the pictures they put on there, there's supposed to be like a hatch market area that is not showing up for me. I'm not sure whether I've done something wrong, put it down wrong or whatever, but it's not showing up. I've even tried scooping out the straw just in case that was hiding something for whatever reason. No, it's as soon as I fast forwarded a month, it had the message in the right hand corner saying no space for egg pallets. We can't get into this section of the building either. That could just be for decoration anyway. There's a bit of, well, there's a straw bale behind it, so yeah, potentially you wouldn't get in there anyway. Yeah, I can't get any eggs out of it. Alright, fair enough. Next up is Grain Silo BR. This is by Ian, 7.16 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under silos. Now, the website seems to be a little different to what the game's saying. And the website is saying it's going to cost you 150 grand. Game's saying 50 grand. Website is saying 600,000 litre capacity. Game's saying 200. Alright, fair enough. A little bit of a discrepancy on the go there. But you got your loading in point just there. I mean, 200,000 litres is alright. That'll keep you going. So, loading in point just there for you. The actual taking out point is going to be round the back here by this pipe. So, if you are using a South American map, there is a couple knocking around. Obviously, it's got the red clay soil as well. It's already up the side, which is a nice texture, I must admit. Yeah, bang one of these down, sort you out nicely. Right, next up is Machine Hall. This is by Blitz Syrup, 24.26 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under Workshop and Tools. So it's going to cost you 370 grand to place down, and you do have a customization option. So if you click on that, you can change the colour to any one of those if you haven't got the unlimited colour mod on. Right, so now we've got it down, let's go take a look inside. So we've got these doors here that we can't open from outside. Alright, fair enough. Not a problem. We've seen that before. And this one, no, we can't open that one either. So we are going to have to go through the man door. Right, there we are. So open up that one. And once you get inside, we've got this little office on the go in there. I say office. I mean, it's got a computer. I mean, what they're doing? Not a lot, to be fair. So you've got some role-playing scenarios you could potentially do in there. And we've got this door as well. That opens up like that. We've got a little... Have we got a light switch there? Well, there is a light switch there. Doesn't seem to give us any option, but okay, fair enough. We then got a workshop trigger just here. We'll come over here. We've got an open pit option. Oh, yes, definitely one for your roleplay. And obviously, pull your tractor. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, I mean that. It's open. We can't go in. So you take the covers off. And alright, it's just for decorative purposes. Okay, fair enough. We'll put that back on just so we don't fall in. So we've got another door that would come over here. Right by the switch, right there. Come on, get close enough. That's it. Open the gate. There we are, into the main workshop. So once you're in here, then you get the door buttons to open up these side doors like that. So open up that one. Then we'll come and open up that one. No, we do want to open up that one. Go on, there we are. That's better. Open up from the inside, then obviously pull your vehicle in, and then into the workshop area to fix it up. Oh, I like that. It's an alright workshop. Next up is Machine Shed. This is by Coxon, 10.86 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. And that's going to cost you 20 grand to place down, and obviously it's somewhere for you to store your stuff. So we'll open up that door like that. There we are. And once the door's open, in you go. Plenty of space for, I'd say, medium to small equipment, bales, pallets, that sort of thing. And you are going to get some vehicles in here. Pickup trucks will be alright. And we've got a light switch just there for you. you're not going to get the biggest pieces of machinery in. Let's just say that. You know, the big harvesters, yeah, you're going to get stuck on the roof, on the plinth. So you're not going to be using it for that sort of thing. But sort of, I don't know, most tractors you'd get in there. Yeah, all right, fair enough. As well. And to be fair, I do like the roof. It looks like it's been patched up. You know, it's had a leak over the years. They've come across, they've redone parts of the roof because they haven't got enough cash to do the full roof. I like that. That is all right indeed. Right, next up is Multigrain Farm Silo. This is by BK Mods, 28.58 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under silos. And it's going to cost you 20 grand to place down. It's going to hold 10 million litres. That is all right. Price to literage, 20 grand for 10 mil. That is not bad at all. I mean, you have got a little bit of a storage area over here. You can park a vehicle in, that sort of thing. We've got a light switch just there. Left stick in, turn those on. Very nice. You then got your loading in and taking out just there. And obviously you got your spout. Then we've got these stairs up here. Let's go all the way to the top. What's up the top? Not a lot, but to be fair, when you get to have a good look out on other places, so that's right. Have a little jump down. A bit of base jumping. Now, you may be thinking, hold on, we've got a tank there with a milk sign on it. And you're right, because this silo, according to the website, can hold all crop types, including grass, straw, hay, silage, and will also hold milk, buffalo milk, water, liquid fertilizer, and herbicide. So pretty much covering most of the bases. That is all right indeed. Next up is Trigger Greenhouse. This is by PSC, 2.9 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, well, first off, anyway, under greenhouses. 10 grand to place down. And that's going to be your greenhouse situation just there. We then got this, which is going to brighten up the place a little bit. Now, these are going to be found under decorations and, well, decorations. This warehouse would they be? So they're going to be there. And you're going to drag them out like a fence. So there's 3 sections to each one. So you've got your chilies, you've got your garlic, you've also got lettuce, your Napa cabbage, spring onions, strawberries, you then got tomatoes, grapes and olives. So obviously you click it down and you get like the first growth stage, second growth stage, and by the looks of these on the end, the withered stage. But okay, fair enough. So ideally what you do with this is like you put a shed down, yeah, have this inside, have those inside potentially. Maybe not make a greenhouse out of something else rather than just a greenhouse, which is all right indeed. So you got your loading in point just there, pallet spawn point just here, then production chain menu just here. Now you do have 2 options. So you got your chilies, your notchy mushrooms, you got your garlic, you got your grapes, you got your lettuce, Napa cabbage, olives, oyster mushrooms, spring onions, and strawberries and tomatoes. So you do have 3 different inputs. So you've got your solid fertilizer, your straw, and your water. So you have your standard recipe for your water. So fair enough, 4 water in, 4 tomatoes out, not a problem. Then have a secondary one, which is going to be twice as much as the water version. So for the tomatoes, you're going to be putting in solid fertilizer and water. You're going to get 4 in, 4 out. Obviously, well, 4 water, 4 tomatoes out. You lose 1.5 solid fertilizer. But the cycles per month is going to double. Yeah, so 528 for the extra and 264 for the, I'll say standard ones. We'll go with that anyway. And then for the straw, you're going to be bagging those in with your mushrooms. So you got your standard water. To be fair, 1 water in, 3 mushrooms out. That's not bad. And then obviously you got your straw version just there, which is going to be 3 straw and 1 water and 3 mushrooms out. But again, you're doubling the cycles. So that is going to be a lot quicker. Fair enough. Decorations here. So you've got your first growth stage, second growth stage, and then withered. They look withered anyway. You got those 3. I'd say you got those 3 on all growth stages. Well, on all 3 decorations. But apart from these, because you got the grapes, you got your first growth stage there, your second growth stage, and then ready to harvest. And it looks the same with the olives. All right, fair enough. I mean, jazz the place up a little bit. You can't harvest these. They are just there for decoration. All the shenanigans goes on in here. The question is, I've got the liftable pallet mod on. Can I lift it up? Oh, yes, we can. Pallet of grapes, picking up by myself. That is ace. Right, next up is the B402. This is by AAA Modding, 6.46 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under Disc Harrows, or to give its proper name, the Fortschritt B402. fair enough. 80 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 3 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 13 grand. You do have the option to change a few things. You've got configuration standard, you've got the brown version, the green version, the red version, and then the custom picker. So if you wanted to go for a different colour from those, say you want to go pink, there you are. Come to the custom picker version, that's going to do your frame. And obviously your rim colour is going to be your rims. All right, no problem. Right, next up is the Condor C85-40. This is by AAA Modding, 4.21 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under ploughs. Now, this requires 180 horsepower from your tractor. It's got 2 metre working width and a 7 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to cost you 12 grand to buy. There is one option on ridge formers that doesn't seem to do anything, to be fair. So, all I can see that it's doing is the front frame. It's just moving to one side, then moves back again. So all that seems to do. So, okay, it is what it is. Chassis colour is going to be blue or red if you haven't got the unlimited colour mod on. But then again, if you're doing small farm shenanigans, it should be all right. Next up is the Forage Drapers. This is by BB Mods, 20.72 megabyte on the download. I'm going to find them under headers. Now, we have got the PowerFlow 30 Forage, 9.2 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, and a 57.5 grand price tag. You can then change it. So we're going to go from 9.2, you then go to a 13.7 metre and an 18.3 metre. Yeah, I mean, it's saying Unreal. It's because the actual model itself doesn't change. So just bear that in mind. Then come down to decals on the sides. You've got your Fendt, your John Deere, New Holland, Class, Krone, Massey Ferguson, MacDon, and then nothing. You've then got your width markers. Actually, if we go back to that one, just so we can see them. You've got your width markers on the side. There we are. You can have them as a design colour. You can have them as an accent colour, a warning stripe, or they're nothing. So we're going to go with that one. Then you've got your main colour. That is going to be, obviously, your main. So we can go, well, I say we can go with that one. I mean, in the main colour there, it says chrome toothpaste, although the icon says silver. All right, it's going to do that bit in the middle anyway. Design color, again, we're going to go over yellow. It's going to do those bits and your markers. And then the accent color, so if we change that to accent color, there we are. That is going to be, obviously, those bits and your markers. Fair enough. Now, if you've gone for the biggest one, 18.3 meter, and you're thinking, do you know what, that's still not big enough? Well, they got you covered because they got this, the PowerFlow 40. 12.2 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 74.5 grand. You may be thinking that's smaller than the last one. That's because you can change it again. 16.8 Unreal working width, or 21.3. Yeah, 21.3. And it's got the same option before. You can have the old width markers on if you want to, change the colours, do what you want to do. Now, obviously, these are going to be going on the front of the forage harvester. So you do have the option to LB, we make sure we're on the right piece, there we are, LB, and we want to fold it. No, don't want to start the engine, that's better. Dear, oh dear. There is, there we are, so RB and left stick in, toggle work mode. So mode markers on, or you can turn them off. So I've gone for the hatch marking ones, there we are on the side, and we'll just turn it on, we'll lower it down, we'll do a bit of foraging. Oh, 21 meters. Is this the biggest forage harvester header? I'm not quite sure. I mean, there might be a big one in the old Colossus pack, but that's so huge you forget things. But this is all right indeed. I mean, I'm not sure turning wheat into chaff is probably the best use of wheat, mind you, but now you can, and do it at 21 meter working width. Right, next up is Homemade Lizard Fork 2. This is by Vulex, 0.87 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under bale transport. Now, it's going to cost you $550 to buy, and as the name would suggest, it's got 2 spaces for your round bales, which is all right indeed. If you're doubling up, it saves less time backwards and forwards in. You have the option to change the colour, which is going to be changing everything. Obviously, it mounts to a 3-point, so it's going to sort of save you some time in the long run. All right, no problem. And next up is the Homemade Trailer. This is by Puzzcap, 11.62 megabyte on the download. I'm going to find it under trailers. Now, it's going to cost you 5.5 grand to buy, and obviously it comes standard. That's a bit of an old version, but you can change the boards on that one. So you can go for a new version. Then you've got warning triangle, so you've got no or yes on the back there. You've got attacher type, which you can have a short version or you can have a long version. You then got your main color, which is going to be that bit. You then got your design color, which is going to be that bit. Well, I say that bit, the hubs. And then you got your rim color, which is obviously going to be your rims. Now, obviously, this is set up like a bell trailer. It's got the ends on it, but it's not an auto load, so you will need to load it yourself. So definitely a start from scratch shenanigans sort of thing. Well, next up is Lizard Longhorn. This is by LJR Modding, 4.09 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Animal Transport. Now, it's going to cost you 32.5 grand to buy, and it's going to do 10 horses, 8 cows, 16 sheep, and 19 pigs. Right, fair enough. You do have the option on design, no tarp or tarp on the top. Then you've got attacher types. You have it as a fifth wheel or a, well, 2 5/16 ball. Or fifth wheel. Okay, it says ball or fifth wheel. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's easy enough to do. Then you got your main colour. We're going to go with that one. It's going to do the main frame. Your design colour, we'll go with a blue. It's going to be doing the top. You then got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rims. So if you do want to go for the old immersiveness of it all, because you can just have your animals delivered straight to your farm. But if you want to go and collect them and then take them there yourself, this should sort you out nicely. Right, next up is the Lizard Magnum Pack. This is by Fraser Cow, 12.64 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them under Slurry Tankers. Now, first off, we've got the Magnum 5000, 18,900 litre capacity, and it's going to require 120 horsepower from your tractor. It's got an 18.2 metre working width and a 9 mile an hour working speed and an 85 grand price tag. The options you have are Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, BKT, Radarstein, and Trelleborg on the tyres. And the only other option is going to be your rim colour, which is going to be black or yellow. Now, this has got an interesting thing on it because you've got the spout there. I'll come back to that in a minute. You go for a bigger version. The Magnum 6750, 25,000 litres, 600 capacity. And then 160 horsepower requirement from your tractor. Same working width, 18.2 metres, and a 9 mile an hour working speed. Same option on the tyres and the rim colour, although it is going to cost you 115 grand. Now, at the back, it looks the same. We also have this option, the Magnum 10,000, which is basically two of these put together, but then they're joined in the middle by a pipe, which is interesting. 37,900 litre capacity, requires 230 horsepower from your tractor, same working width, 18.2 metres, and a 245 grand price tag. The only thing is, and I put my teeth in, you can't detach these. They're all hooked up, the double one anyway. You can't detach those. I mean, you come into your cab, there is no option to, it's saying unfold. What's the unfold option? Fold it? No, it's not. Is it on the top? Am I too close to see? There is a good chance. There's a good chance there's like an animation for the back one on the latch. But it's doing an unfold. I imagine that's probably just for when you want to, start spreading whatever you're doing. But there is no option to detach these two. Alright, fair enough. So it is what it is on that one. Right, next up is the Lizard Montana 600. This is by SMI Modding Team, 38.9 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Cedars. Now, it's got a 1,600 litre capacity, 120 horsepower requirement from your tractor, a 6 metre working width and a 7 mile an hour working speed, and a £40,440 price tag. Right, that's a bit of a random number, but okay, fair enough. The only option is going to be ridge markers, yes or no, put notes on there. This, though, SMI Modding Team always does very detailed mods, and this is right up there with them. It looks brilliant. All the intricacies with the pipework and all that sort of thing. There's only one thing I would say. If there's a limited edition version, that would be much better. Oh, hold on a minute. They have got one. Just here. There we are, painted in black with the red hoses instead of the other way around. I mean, this just looks ace. I mean, 6 metre working width. It is going to be for your medium farm shenanigans, but that is looking good. Right, next up is the Lizard SMB40. This is by Vulex, 3.35 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under straw blowers. Now, it's going to do one bale, and that is going to be 125 to 150 centimetre straw bales. because obviously it's a straw blower, requires 40 horsepower from your vehicle. And that vehicle needs to be a skid steer loader, because that's what it's going to mount onto. Unless you've got a skid steer to front loader adapter, yeah, that potentially might work. But okay, fair enough. It's going to cost you $5,000. Right, let's go and get this loaded up. So I've got a 150 centimeter bale. I'm going to chuck that in the front. Oh no, come on, there we are. That's better. Yeah, 150 is the maximum, not the 180 I got out there originally. Okay, fair enough. Then we'll unload it. LB and RB together, and Y. Oh, that's shredding really quick. Yeah, maybe I should have done it into an animal pen, but alright, fair enough. Works pretty good. How much stuff's in this bale? I've got a giant pile, and it's... Wow, okay. But fair enough, we've got plenty of straw out of this one. That was well compacted. Right, next up is the BigBud Series 2. This is by Classic American Icons Modding and Ballard 2003. 100.74 megabyte on the download. Man, that's a lot for a tractor set. And you're going to find them on the large tractors, as you can well imagine. Now, this has got some interesting options. We're just going to say that. 760 horsepower to start with. And it's got a 19 mile an hour top speed with a 401.5 grand price tag if you don't go for the twin wheels. But you're really going to go for the twins. Let's face it. All right, no problem. Engine setup. So 760, then goes up to 800. It then goes up to a 900. Then goes up to 1100. Oh dear, oh dear. You then got 1100 Patriot version. You've also got 1100 Black Beauty version. I think we know which one I've gone for. Well, carry on. So you got your standard wheels. You got your twin wheels, which are just ridiculous. Look at the state of them. They're like LSW twins. Then you got your standard LSWs. You then got your normal twins, and then you got your normal wheels. Seem to be a bit backwards, but okay, fair enough. Then you got your tinted glass, yes or no. Safety equipment, so we've got beacon light. We then got a warning triangle, just going to be on the back just there. We then got a fire extinguisher, which is by the door. Then got beacon light triangle, beacon light fire extinguisher, fire extinguisher and triangle, and then everything. And I need a new set of teeth. GPS system, yes or no. It's going to be putting the receiver on the roof. Then got a flag out the back. It's just the American one, nothing else. Then got side working lights. Now I couldn't find these. Oh, there they are. Just as I say, you can't find them. Probably because I had a white livery on when I was looking. But all right, fair enough. They are on the side just there. Now, this is not the only one in the pack, because there's three. There's four others. We've got the Series 2 HN. This is why you then tend to realise how 100 megabytes is going to be in the game. 5 giant tractors, so fair enough. Now this has got a 320 horsepower engine. It's going to go up to 360 and then back to 320 again. Same 19 mile an hour, although it's a lot cheaper. It's only 140 grand. You got your wheeled tyres, brands. So we'll do that bit again. BKT, Trelleborg, Continental, Lizard. I like them. Then Michelin, Mitas, Radarstein, and then back to BKT again. Standard setup, so you got your twins as well. And you got your standard. So you know LSWs on this one. Designs are going to be a painted engine. Completely white. Costume painted. Costume black livery. Oh, that's looking all right. And then tan livery, silver, olive, and then back to the original. Exhaust. So you got large or small. I would say tall or short, but okay, fair enough. Safety equipment, so you got your beacon light, your warning triangle, and your fire extinguisher, as before. Cab interior. So we have got the early version, or the late version. Then you got GPS system, as before. Front working lights, standard, on the side just there. LED versions, or nothing. Then you got factory decal kit. You can have the factory decal kit number 2, nothing. And then decal kit number 3, number 4, and then decal kit series 3, decal kit, custom decal kit, red decals, US decals, Canadian, Australian, and then back to the factory version. Then got your anti-slip, so it comes with all or nothing. So it's those bits there. So on your ladder steps and on the front arches. All right. Rim color, so you got your original, you got black or original, filters is going to be short or long. All right, round that side. Okay, fair enough. Then you got flag, you got the American, the Canadian, Australian, or nothing. Then you got side working lights, as we've seen before. And then exhaust material, we've got chrome or original. All right, tinted glass as before. Fair enough. Now that's that one. Series 2 KT, pretty much the same options apart from the horsepower. So you got 420, you got 450, 525, and then back to your 420 again. Pretty much the options from now on are going to be very similar. You then got the Series 2 V8. So that starts off at 360 horsepower, and then 400, then back to your 360 again. And then the last one on the end is the Welker Farms version. So that's going to have 525 horsepower engine. Can't change that. It is what it is. You do have your tyre options, and you have your flag, and your tinted glass. Fair enough. But obviously, if you want to go for something ridiculous, go for the Black Beauty with the big twin wheels. Like I have done here. Look at the state of it. Oh, this is ace. Now, we have got a couple of options. LB and RB together, and left stick left and right. It's going to open the bonnet. Oh, yes. And we can open the door. RB and right stick left and right. But we can open the bonnet. Yes, we can get up there. Get in there. Maybe turn the engine off so that fan's not going to chop my hand off, mind you. But, you know, tinker, clean out, that sort of thing. That is ace. Oh, I love it. Love it when they put the old opening bonnets on. But it's just, look, it's so wide. With the twin LSWs, this is just ridiculous. But it's ace at the same time. So we go from something big to something small. We've got the Fiat 70c. This is by Farmall Boy. 32.61 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, it's got a 74 horsepower engine, 9 mile an hour top speed, and an 8 grand price tag if you don't go for that one, which actually looks better, to be fair, but okay, fair enough. You can then change it to the open pipe, which is going to put it up to 130 horsepower. You have your unpainted or painted tracks. Then get your semi-cab. You get yes, well, I say yes. You got cab ready. It's got their little supports in it. You then got yes, and then you got no. You got your lights, you got your low or your high. To be fair, that looks a little weird. I would say leave the low ones on. And that's your options. But I like this. Old school, definitely. You got the option of LB and right stick left and right. Move your trailer hitch out like that. We have then got LB and left open cover. So you could potentially, like the big bug we just had, open the cover, give it a little bit of clean out, change a few parts on it. Definitely into your role play. And once you get going, oh, I like it. I mean, we'll drive it next to the big bug, which is over there. It just shows the size difference between these two, because there is definitely a lot. I think this is probably as big as one of the wheels on here, maybe two at most. Look at that. Oh, and I've crashed into it. Look at the difference in those two. Oh, brilliant. Right, next up is the Fortschritt E303 pack. This is by AAA Modding, 38.86 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mowers. Now, this has got an 80 horsepower engine, 18 mile an hour top speed, and 105 grand price tag. The options you're going to have are configuration, standard, your brown version, your green version, your green and white version, your custom picker, and then back to the original. So we'll go with the custom picker. Then have a weight, 3,500, 5,000, round the back. Okay, so where's it putting the weight? Oh, on the actual frame. All right, fair enough. Then back to the original. If you go for the custom picker, you can have your chassis colour as, we'll go pink. It's going to do that. Your main colour, do you know what, we'll go for purple. That's going to be your cabin. And then your rim colour is going to be your rim colour. Right, fair enough. Now, this is going to need some stuff to go on the front of it. And they haven't forgot, because they've got this. Oh, dear, oh, dear. So this is going to be a windrower for you. Oh, interesting. Going to put it out to the side, to the left-hand side. 15 horsepower requirement, 3 metre working width, and 11 mile an hour working speed with a 12 grand price tag. And that's going to have the chassis colour options of that one. If you didn't fancy doing a bit of windrowing, well, you can do this, a bit of tedding instead. Same options, basically. 15 horsepower, 3 metre, and at 11 mile an hour working speed for 12 grand. Again, colour options as before. And then before you do all that, you're going to need to cut it first, really. You need to cut the grass. You got this one here, 5 metre working width, 10 mile an hour working speed, 15 grand to buy. You got the options of chassis colour to match up with your main vehicle, and then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. And then we got this. This is interesting. The AC01, 15 grand to buy. Got the option to change the chassis colour, but it's got a 3 point, and it's got this weird connection on the back. Well, we've got our Fortschritt here, and to be fair, I'm going to start it up, and it is quite loud, so we'll give that a go. Obviously, you come over to the things that it's been made for. Great, so you attach it to the front like that. There we are. No, a bit closer. That's it. So attach it. You then fold away your wheels, L, B and A. Great. And then carry on with your mowing. But if you don't have that mower, if you already have a mower, say like this Pottinger I've got here, well, this goes on the front of the old Fortschritt. There we are, like that. And it then gives it a 3 point. So you can then go and hook this up to something else. Something potentially a bit more modern. There we are. And we're away. You can unfold it, you can turn it on. Oh no, there we are. Unfold first. Turn it on, lower it down. I don't have access to this land, that's marvellous. You know, you can go and mow the grass. There. You don't even need to use the ones that come in the pack. Oh, fair enough. I like that attachment a lot. Next up is the Lizard 255. This is by Axery, 31.95 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trunks. Now, this has got a 240 horsepower engine, 49 mile an hour top speed, and a 14,000 litre capacity on the back. And it looks like the army is missing it, because that's definitely military inspired. We'll go with that. Anyway, 43 grand to buy if you don't go for the fuel canister optional extra on the side. There we are. Right, so extensions. So 14,000 litre capacity, 16,000, and then back to your 14,000. Then got your engine set up, so 240 horsepower. Then go to a 600. I mean, it says there, ST3 cheat. 600. Oh, every day of the week. Well set up, so you got your VI3, which is 4.3. All right, we'll just cycle through them. Well, there's two. All right, basically, they're similar sort of style. We'll go with the originals. They quite look all right. Fuel canisters on the side, yes or no. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be the main truck colour. The design colour is going to be the bit on the back. And then your canister colour, if you've gone for those, it's going to be your canisters. Now, obviously, this is utilitarian. We'll call it that style anyway. But it has got a little trick up its sleeve. You come around the front here and go L, B and A, windows open. Opens the front windows. You get a bit of through breeze as you're driving along. Oh, I like that. That is alright. Smod for the day is the Zetor Crystal. This is by Fun Camel Daisy, 14.06 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, this has got 171 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and 130 grand price tag. We can then change the engine setup, so 171 to 200, and then we've got a 171 again. Right, okay, so 200 is your top version. Well, saying that, seem to be switching between the two and the gear shifts, the gearbox, sorry. So 171 and a power shift. Then we got 200 with a power shift. We've got 171 with a CVT gearbox, 200 with a CVT, and then back to the original. Right, so power shift or CVT, fair enough. Wheel bands, you've got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Radarstein, Nokian, Mitas, BKT, and Trelleborg again. And as I like to say, well, twins all round, mind you, I do like to go for the old wide tyres. Fills out the arches a bit better. GPS, so we've got low price, standard price, or nothing. Not quite sure the price of your GPS makes a difference in the game, but all right, fair enough. Strobes, we've got yes or no. It's going to be putting those just above the old 3 point on the front. Then you've got front loader attacher, so we've got quickie, Hauer, or nothing. Main colour is going to be your main colour. Didn't really change that much. Let's go for something completely different. We'll go for blue. There we are. Then you've got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rims. We have got one mod that has been removed since I started recording this video, the Reisch Steel Pipe by JHHG Modding. So if you've already got it downloaded like I have, you're golden. If not, there may be an issue, because I've got a feeling that brand's not for console. So, okay, 26,600 litre capacity, 32.5 grand to buy. You have the option of ladder, yes or no. Mud flaps, yes or no. So around the back, there we are. You then got cover on the top, yes or no. Then the only other option is going to be to change the colour of your wheels. All right, like I said, if you have got it already, yeah, keep hold of it, because it's not on the mod hub anymore, not for console anyway.